The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Another step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Oh, buddy.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress out of the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's 2nd and 11. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Off play action, it's Mahomes. Finds a man right side. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Extra DB out there for the Bengals. 3rd down coming. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Looking to throw Mahomes. He's got it. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Normally, when we say somebody's on skates, we're talking about that offensive lineman, right? Driven right back to the quarterback. But I think it's applicable for the entire offense to be on skates. 2 plays, 2 negative plays. Got to find something positive here on third down.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long.
Here we go. Trap 60.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. His first throw is an interception. And the Chiefs are going to take over after the interception. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
Cut near the goal line. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. They give it to him up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. But now all eyes going to turn to those officials. We got to see if this flag is going to take it away. Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Back-to-back carries here. Dukes out a 1-stop, and he's down after getting this up to the 41. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
1st and 10 from the 41.
19 Lions.
Play action with Richardson. Bails out of the pocket quick. That's a catch, Jalen McMillan. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
No. 19 Tiger. Check go.
Off the play fake, here's Richardson. He rolls to his right. Hits his target, that's DJ Moore. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. It's a 2-score game early.
double.
Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive.
19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Hook.
They'll throw again. Richardson buys time, rolling right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
79 Broncos. Here we go, set. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready, ready?
Working inside the red zone. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals start to fight back with their first points of this game. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. On is Cade York for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to the well again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
The Bengals obviously thinking pass here on 3rd down. They're going to counter with a dime look. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Yellow.
They've got a man in motion.
Hey, yellow, hey, go. Hey, 43, 15. What's that?
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season. All right, defense did its job, forced the offense into a 3rd and long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, Kate, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say, earn the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you do, go pay it off. And they did in the biggest of ways with that huge INT. He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
70 range.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow. Hey, Ridley.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Throw left side, complete. And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards. From the 23. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. Play action, Mahomes. That's brought in by Mooney. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Working quickly here.
Yellow.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Yellow.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Chiefs driving ahead. They're now set for 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he found a little room to turn it into a nice gain down to the 6. Chiefs in the hurry up, trying to get everyone to the line. Man in motion here. Another carry for him. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Yellow.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They give it to him again. And he's brought down for a loss. Chiefs in the hurry up, trying to get everyone to the line. They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Attack!
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Gets out of trouble. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Chiefs take the lead just before halftime. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything.
Cowboy 80. Ready?
Looking to throw. Flush down now to his left. He's on the move. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. Spotting our AFC Championship on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
Ready?
1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Buying some time right. Gets this to Kincaid. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
That's a pickup of 9. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
Set. Bronco 80.
Here he goes on the bootleg. That's complete to Pittman. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
60 bison, 60 bison. Take over.
The give here on 2nd. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense in the hurry up here.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Ready.
Back to throw, here's Richardson. That's into the hands of Moore. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
Have the 60, have the 60.
1st down from the red zone. He's on the move. He's keeping it. And he's all the way to the 5 before going out of bounds. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway.
Here we go, son.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Behind.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Go.
They'll send him up the middle. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for 3rd down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
Ready. Break.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal.
Let's go now.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That is such a gut punch. Needing just a couple inches and you lose that much yardage. You could have given me 100 guesses, Kate, for how that play was going to go, and I would not have predicted that one.
Katie York now on for the field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Groupie sends it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Hauled in left side. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. The former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker on the stop. No gain on second down, and they need 2 here on third. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Along the sideline, he brings it in. They say he got the feet down, too. Excellent work. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Yellow. Hey, 57, 15. Hey, 57.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. So after getting that pass away, he's in some visible discomfort. Training staff out now to see how serious it may be. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's low and bounces short of his man. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And thick. Now with 3rd and long.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Hey, 15. Yellow.
Throwing again, Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And a 4-point lead, it shall remain.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
On 1st down, they'll run. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, shot.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up 4th and long. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And this one's going to approach the 10, but looks like it's down right at the 13-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow. Hey, 57, 57. Right side.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
I don't need to. Easy. Right side.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Third and just 2 to go.
Yellow. Right side.
Throwing is Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Yellow. Right side.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be blocked down at the 42. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the 1st defender. Heck, not even by the 2nd one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Right side.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Yellow. Right side.
Looking to throw Mahomes. Makes the grab in bounds left side. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Yellow. Right side.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Fits it through the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Right side.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. Has the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs now lead by 10. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Come on, set.
Richardson back to throw. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Play action with Richardson. Headed out right. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. On first down, it's Richardson. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals now within one score in the fourth. Jalen McMillan with the touchdown. The Bengals getting ready for a big two-point try late. He'll look to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs make the play that should win them this game. And as they celebrate the turnover, we're going to shift our focus to one of his teammates who appears to be injured following that play. Team staff heading out to look at him now. And that one is going to go out of bounds. Wow, they're going to get great field position out of this. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42.
Yellow. Hey, yellow, go. 15. 43. 15.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
I don't need to. Hey, yellow, go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
Yellow, yellow. 43, 43, hey, 43, 43, 15.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. It is Cup left side. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs.